Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit. It is Christmas and the Steam sale is running once again. However, what is not known, what is ignored, what is perhaps forgotten with the Steam sale is, of course, a very dangerous tale. The risk, the possibility of acquiring games that are absolutely dreadful. There are many games that I've picked up during my long time with Steam. As you can see, I have quite the collection. Most of it I don't really get the chance to play, so it's not really worth bragging about. Let's look through this list. What have I not really played? Defenders of Ardanio, I don't believe I've played that. Defy Gravity. I think yes, I played this a couple of times. Not too many. Dinner Date. Why the hell is... I don't even know why that's on my list. Apparently I played 6 minutes of it. I can't remember even doing that. I think there's a possibility I installed it and just then left it alone. Some classics from the old WTF Is era. Dot Clock and the Toasted Sandwich of Time, of course. As you can see, only installed and played for WTF Is and then never played again, as is the nature of many puzzle games. Drawn the Painted Tower. For some reason I never got around to that one. But if we were to look for something truly odd, something which would allow me to very easily ask the question, why do I own? Then we should go all the way to the bottom of the list. For looking down the bottom of the list, there are in fact 4 particularly interesting, and by interesting I mean, in my honest opinion, probably awful, which is why I haven't really played them, games by the name of Zombie Shooter 2, Zombie Pirates, Zombie Driver, and Zombie Bowl-O-Rama. Zombie Bowl-O-Rama. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a Steam sale whereby there was a bunch of really stupid games on for like 90% off, and I thought, you know what, for some reason I think I need to own a bowling game, and if possible I need it to be zombie-themed. Turns out 4 other people believed the same. It even has achievements. It's kind of terrifying, is it not? Oh wow, I believe that might have been it, the Steam Halloween sale in 2010. Oh my. Let's give it a try, shall we, and ask the question, why do I own Zombie Bowl-O-Rama? This thing has an intro, if you can believe that. It's like they actually put some effort into it. It's not that I'm going into this predisposed to dislike it, I just wonder why I bought a zombie bowling game. I'm genuinely curious. And also why it has a metal soundtrack. It's not really the first thing that I would... Oh, that's the intro, okay. Suddenly, zombies from space! And you must bowl to get rid of them, I assume. I actually don't know. So this game does not really have resolution options of this Earth, because it's spooky. As you can see, the full screen is actually exactly the same as windowed mode. It's in a tiny little box. It's by a company called MumboJumbo that supposedly produce premium casual games. I mean, all credit to them. The presentation initially is quite good. They've got the interesting kind of 50s, 60-ish horror vibe going on there, which clashes quite drastically with the actual title font, but hey, we'll go with it. Single player, there's also free play, which is locked. You must complete single player in order to unlock free player of Zombie Bowling. Surely it's the same thing. There can't be that many variants to bowling, one would think. You can also go against living beings and computer opponents. Okay, let's go with a single player. What's the story campaign of Zombie Bowl-O-Rama? Let's find out. Wow. Continue saved. I'm pretty sure I don't have a saved game of this. Alright, here we go. Wow. Looks like I put on a little bit of weight. Also, I have a terrible mustache. Not even I could pull something like that off. Alright, it is time to bowl against the zombie swarm in the bowling alley at dawn. Let us begin. Oh dear God. So, thankfully, the zombies seem to have moved into a very convenient position to bowl them to death, it would seem. Alright, so as you can see, I can kind of change my angle here. And I can also change the strength, which is in this conveniently coffin-shaped bar, because it's spooky! And also from space. You know, because you can combine the two. Alright, what do we got? Is that a power-up? I don't know what I just collected. All I know is I just bowled a not-so-perfect 8, but I'll take it. We're just dealing with Misfit Zombie over here and Blue Collar Zombie. Those bonuses could be helpful, but I have no idea what they are. Causes zombies to dance in a close pack. Well, there's only 2 of them, so I guess we're not really too worried about that. So there are power-ups in this bowling game. Interesting. Alright. I can't really put a spin on it, I suppose. Let's go with that. There we go. Let's collect the power-up, and you can direct it as you go. Alright, so you can horribly cheat. Excellent. Just what I need against a horde of zombies. Why they would all conveniently stand in the bowling lane, I don't know. I have a feeling if this is the entire game, then these guys are not particularly smart. Zombie swarm, check this out. Oh, it's close as... Why would I want to do that? Oh, so are the zombies bowling against me now? I guess the zombies are bowling against me now, but they're also bowling against themselves. What? You see, this doesn't make any sense at all. Why would that happen? Or am I currently bowling against them, and then did I use a trick which actually made it horribly worse for me? In which case, why on earth would you put that in there as a feature? Because that's a terrible idea. No, it is my go. Okay, that's fine. So I guess I'm currently beating the zombie hordes. I got a spare, and he clearly did not. Alright. Cause these zombies to dance together in a small pack. Alright, there we go. You know, all credit to them for how ridiculous a concept this is. This is not awful. It's actually surprisingly fun. And it is still a bowling game, even though, as I said, you can kind of horribly cheat by directing the ball as you go down the lane. But I guess it is a premium casual game, so there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. Those of you looking for hardcore bowling simulators will probably want to look elsewhere, although you will not find so many hardcore bowling simulators about zombies from space. There we go. Is that going to be another spare? Yes. I'm the Zombowling master. It's really what they should have called it, just Zombie Bowl-O-Rama. Why not? Alright. I believe it is now their turn. Yes, as you can see, I can't really do much about it. Zombies strut their stuff further apart. So there we go. Let's make things just a little bit trickier for you. I'm not sure if that actually made it trickier for them. Not entirely convinced by that, but we'll see how it goes. Alright. Turns out the zombie horde is really bad at bowling. Who knew? You lose all sense of try again. Hand-to-eye coordination. I'm losing brain-to-mouth coordination, as you can probably tell. God, you are terrible! This could take a while, though. This is actually a fairly lengthy set of games by the looks of it. Well, I mean, it's bowling. Bowling takes some time. I wonder why they're picking that up. Is that some kind of shield that they're putting into play here? You know, funnily enough, I think this is kind of a game that could be released by PopCap and do fairly... God, what am I doing? I'm such an idiot. Also, there's 12 zombies on the field. That is not remotely fair. Makes both gutters smaller. Yeah, let's do that. By smaller, we mean completely non-existent on both sides. Alright, fine, I'll take that. Considering the previous bowl, I think that it's probably required. Let's get some speed up, go for the center! And that was nothing short of dreadful, because they're cheating! It's not reasonable. Absolutely not reasonable. Also, now they're advancing on me, so... I have a feeling this is about to get very ugly very quickly. But it's okay, because the zombie will help me. I wonder if there's some kind of gentleman's agreement going on here between these guys. It's like, well, we won't eat you now, but if we lose the bowling match, then we must leave forever. If we win the bowling match, then we will get to eat your brains. That seems totally reasonable, right? Yeah, we'll see. Oh, he's applied something. What is that? I don't know. This game hasn't told me yet. Break spot and impact, unaffected by water. Alright, well, I think he just put water down, so I will use the meatball. Why not? I'm still actually completely and totally shocked that this game isn't terrible. Yes! It's better than Wii bowling. Like, this actually requires a degree of skill. Yeah, I have trophies and achievements and so forth. I just wonder, why does the game even exist? I mean... There we go, let's... Why did I... Oh, there you go. Alright, I was gonna say I placed it for them. You suck. You are absolutely terrible. You can't even destroy your own kin. Well, that is just like your opinion, man. Alright. You know, it would be too easy, I feel, to make a bunch of Big Lebowski references. That and the fact that I can barely remember that movie. For some reason, people love The Big Lebowski, and I think I'm missing the point. It's maybe because I don't eat enough drugs. I have a feeling if I did, then I would totally appreciate that movie. As it stands, I'm not really feeling it. Alright, what is... I don't know. It hasn't told me what that is, so I guess we're just gonna have to bowl away. I think I've got a smaller ball by the looks of it. Just making things just a little bit trickier. Let's go. That was the wonkiest attack ever. Let's surely do better than that. Did I collect anything useful? Fireball, yes. That sounds reasonable, does it not? Let's ramp things up. And here we go. It's on. Yeah, that was terrible. Absolutely dreadful. But I am up to 50 and he's only on 27, so I feel that we may be able to rescue our fellows from the zombie hordes yet. You know, as a casual game, this is actually alright. I'm still not 100% sure as to why I even bothered to buy it. God, cheating bastards. Ugh. I don't know why I bought it. This is the problem with Steam sales. I think it's actually getting less terrible. The way that they do the Steam sales now with the daily deals and things like that, it's really much more difficult to actively go out of your way to buy a really terrible game. Most of the games in the daily deals are actually good in some way, yeah? Some of them are not great, but they're not as ridiculous as stuff like Zombie Bowl-O-Rama. Back in 2010, Steam sales were they were all over the place. It was actually up to, like, guys in the Something Awful forums and dig.com to figure out where the deals were, and more often than not, we ended up buying all this stupid crap. And as you can see here, this is some of that stupid crap. But it is surprisingly functional. It is actually I'm not noticing any bugs whatsoever. It is a completely functional bowling game involving zombies and power-ups. It has a story mode. I don't know where this story's gonna go. I'm gonna try and get to the end of this. How can I keep commentating over zombie bowling? It takes like 20 minutes to finish a round. So it's a weird casual game, isn't it? Because these days, when you produce casual games, you've got to produce them with the, I suppose, the mobile phone demographic in mind. The people are going to be playing on iPads and cell phones and things like that. But now, I'm playing a game which was released like 3 years ago and has like 20-minute play rounds. And there's no way in a million years this would fly in the current market. It's a really strange idea, isn't it, that we've had such extreme changes over the last 3 years. Also, I really like the number of power-ups and bonuses that's going on. That's really cool. Actually, a lot of different things. I don't know what that is. That's going to make things really weird. I have a feeling it's going to wonkify my controls or something. Yep. I care not for your flippantry, because that's a strike, bro. Am I the only one that gives a damn about the rules? I don't think I'm going to get to the end of this, honestly. It's like, there isn't really much else to show you in Zombie Bowl-O-Rama. I'm still utterly confused as to why anyone thought this was a good idea. I mean, I suppose back in 2009 was the time when a lot of zombie games were coming out. That was around the Left 4 Dead hype and era and things like that, and good Resident Evil games were still being released, arguably, although Resident Evil 5 is not that awesome. Killing Floor was out. Was it 2010 for Killing Floor? Maybe it was then, but maybe, just maybe, it was a case of, hey, we're going to make a game that's kind of designed around Halloween and things like that, and we're going to combine bowling with it, and also from space, because we don't have enough stupid crap in our video game. It's a shame it's so bloody tiny. It's like, oh god, no! It's hopeless split. Absolutely hopeless. Because it's actually not an ugly game, although that may very well be the blurriest pizza texture I've ever seen in my life. It's a decent-looking game with decent animations. And as a bowling game, I suppose it's alright. Delivers all the impact of a boiled cabbage. There's a decent sense of humor to it, too. Which one? Yeah. We're gonna turn your ball into cabbage. What other game can you say, I have turned your ball into cabbage? Looks like more like a lettuce to me, but hey. We'll go with it. MumboJumbo has actually made some pretty decent casual games. You can mock it all you like, really, but yeah, they make games for a very specific demographic. They're not exactly on the level of PopCap, but the stuff they put out is not awful, for the most part, and As a result, we end up owning games like Zombie Bowl-O-Rama, I suppose, just out of sheer curiosity and the fact that this game was probably about 69 pence when I bought it, and I felt like, you know what I really need in my Steam library? A bowling game with zombies from space. And that's exactly what I was given. You know, for once, a game actually did exactly what it said on the tin. And as a result, it's not what I would class as terrible. But there is no reason in a million years for any core gamer to actually own Zombie Bowl-O-Rama. And yet I do, because Steam sales are an evil, evil thing. You know, I'm curious. I'm trying to keep this going because we're about at the end of the actual round itself. So, alright. Shrunken Ball or Water Hazard? Shrunken Ball, there you go. See what you can do with that. Thankfully, the zombie player is really bad at bowling. And everything else, it would appear. They even put some actual zombie variety in there. If they wanted to make a really lazy game, it's like, it's obviously actually not a lazy game. That's a funny thing. If you look at it, it's like, there's a lot of detail here. There's a lot of different power-ups. There's a lot of character that's been put into it. If you wanted to do a lazy game, then what you do is you just have exactly the same looking zombie. You wouldn't have so many kind of neat animations. You wouldn't throw in as many power-ups and things like that. You wouldn't put in these kind of quirky little quotes. Alright, I am on ice, because why not? Let us be super careful. There we go. And that, as they say, is that. Sit down! And that should mean that I get another bowl, assuming that Zombie Bowl-O-Rama gives a damn about the rules. Does it give a damn about the rules? It does, in fact, give a damn about the rules. This is a realistic depiction of bowling in a zombie apocalypse. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, you... Zombie Durpleton over there is refusing to give in. But I should get another shot at him, actually. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna get the spare. We're not gonna get the spare. But I'm comfortably ahead. Let's just put it that way. Unless he gets 2 double strikes, which is of course never gonna happen. No way in a million years he'll pull that off. Especially, we could ruin it by making them all go. He's put a little hat on. That's why am I enthused by that? I don't know. I guess it's kind of nice to go into a game expecting it to be astonishingly awful and actually being surprised that it's kind of fun in this weird, dumb way. No! No. You're not having it. Excellent. The zombies have been eaten by the zombies. The level is complete. Metal music is playing in the background, yo. I'm in a league of my own. Oh, great. The next level is exactly the same as the previous one. I don't think people expected a lot of variety in the zombie bowling game. Yeah. You can even do 2-player. There are different maps. Needless to say, they would all be exactly the same because, you know, it's a freaking bowling alley. There's not much variation you can really have there, but hey, all credit to them. It's the best zombie game I've played this week. My name is TotalBiscuit. Why do I own Zombie Bowl-O-Rama? Because I'm an idiot. I'll see you next time.